Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Imam Mustafa Khattab, Imam of the Anatolia Islamic Center and a chaplain at the UTM. So I'm here today inshallah to talk to you for just a couple of minutes about faith in challenging times, specifically when we talk about the coronavirus and this situation. So basically there's always an opportunity in every challenge that happens to us. We know that in our faith as Muslims, this life is just a test. This world is not Disneyland. We're not here in paradise. So basically we go through tests after tests in this life. So it's part of this life and who we are as human beings. And eventually we move to the perfect life. So basically, I find a great opportunity in isolation. The fact that we're not going out and jumping and running around, which would have been nice after 6-7 months, but now we can't go to the gym, we can't go and party, and we can't play, and so on and so forth. So basically we can find opportunity in physical distancing and isolation. And one of those opportunities that we find in self-isolation and physical distancing is basically to find time for yourself, to learn more about your faith, to think and reflect about your life and how you can improve it. And in the same time, you can connect with people online, remotely, and so on and so forth. And make sure you reach out to your neighbors, especially the elderly, because they are vulnerable in these times, and so on and so forth. So there are good things that come from isolation and retreating and reflecting. We read, for example, in the biography of the Prophet ﷺ, that after a long period of retreating and social or physical distancing, he was retreating out in the mountain, and this is where he received the revelations. We know that Jesus, he used to go out and retreat with his companions, his disciples. We know that Moses went away for 40 days, and this is where he received the tablets. And so on and so forth. There are so many examples that we can learn from. Good things come from, isolating yourself sometimes, and there's something good that can come out of this. We know that historically, people like William Shakespeare, he wrote some of his classics, the great classics like King Lear. He wrote them while he was self-isolating during the plague. We hear about, for example, Sir Isaac Newton, when he came across, he found out about gravity when he was self-isolating during the plague in 1665, and so on and so forth. We read about an Imam in Islamic history. His name was As-Sarakhsi. He wrote a book of about 15 volumes while he was in jail, basically. So the point is, there's always opportunity in every challenge that we come across. Try to take advantage of this time. Before this pandemic, I used to pull my hair off. I didn't have time for family. I didn't have time to read. I didn't have enough time to spend with my kids and so on and so forth, and finish some of the outstanding projects. Now is the time. Eventually this coronavirus will be over, and we'll go back to our routine, and we'll be driving and running from one place, and we'll be pulling our hair off, and we'll be going crazy. If you need to do something important, if you need to find time for yourself, now is the time. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you and protect everyone, and to protect humanity from this pandemic. Take care of yourself. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.